What's up, everybody? Thank you guys for joining today's pretty much impromptu live stream. I just felt the need to go live. Haven't been on this channel in a little bit. Wanted to say hello to my peoples, my friends, my I consider you all loved ones. And I just needed to talk because my brain has been going crazy over these fires out here in Southern California that are all around me. And you all know that it even says it. I'm a proud conspiracy theorist, even though the mainstream political culture wants to deem us crazy, um, demonize the word conspiracy theorist or whatever the case may be. They want to demonize us all. They want to call us misinformation agents. They want to call us all of this other stuff. But nobody hardly wants to tell us or call us facts or truthers or whatever it's actually happening. So, that being said, I just felt the need to go live today, say hello for about an hour. And apparently, YouTube has this thing called goals where you guys can donate during the show, ask questions. And there's this new thing where if I reach like 10 goals or something like that, where I guess I give you all a gift. And if you guys reach the goal of 10 super chats, then I will stay longer for like 30 minutes. And we can talk about anything. Doesn't have to be conspiracy theories. The fires doesn't have to be anything. We can talk about the Dabbleverse can come after me like they probably want to do, or whatever the case may be. But that being said, thanks everybody for chiming in. Let's have a nice little hour or so of talking, hanging out, getting to know each other, talking some conspiracies, and find out what's really going on from many different perspectives. Please do me a favor, hit that thumbs up, that like, that subscribe button for exclusive, early, and unpublic content in the days to come, as my podcast will start again probably in the next couple weeks, depending on internet, the fires, and everything else that's going on, my health. But yeah, I'm going to bring back my Happy Alien podcast in some form or shape because I need to for my sanity. I got cameos available. If you guys would like to donate, super chat during the show, I got cameos available for a few bucks. Every cameo comes with an autograph, photo sent to you after you send me the address. And I got donation portals down below during today's show. If you want to support me through PayPal, Venmo, or Cash App, I will get the notification and I will thank you publicly if you do it that way. All right, let's get today's hangout started. Let me press a couple buttons on this screen. Hopefully, my technology is working. I don't know, but I'm blessed to have whatever I have. I'm blessed to have power right now. Internet, I don't know how good it's working, but I am so blessed because what this town has been through, we're going to talk about it. All right, let me get some early commenters and say hello to the early commenters. All right, our boy, our moderator, our amazing friend, Brent Mania, gifted a membership to somebody out there. I don't know who got it, but congratulations, Brent. Thank you for gifting memberships always and often. Watching that Netflix wrestling that's going on recently. You know, supporting everybody out there. Appreciate that, Brent Mania. Also writing me another message saying, stay blessed, buddy. Again, thank you, your family, and everybody for all the support. And I don't know what this will do, but I'll just pick it up and put it in front of the camera. Here's like all my Venmos, my merchandise, whatever. If you want to scan it, take a picture of it. I don't know how much will be seen, how much will show. In case any of y'all want to do any of that stuff. Maybe I got it on screen. Maybe I won't. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. Thank you so much, Brent, for getting in there. Come Honor said, let's do a 24-hour live stream. Yeah, I don't think I can. But if you guys keep donating, it might turn into one of those things, dude. If I can make like $50 every hour, sure, I'll go 24 hours. That would pay my rent for the month. Would it? How much is $50 an hour times 24 hours? That's $50 an hour times 10 is 500 times 20 is 1,000. 1,200. Yeah, that'd pay my rent. 24 hours of $50 an hour would pay my rent. That's how much rent is here for a little room with no kitchen. That's life. How do you add to the goal? Well, I think with these super chats that you already did, Brent, I think it goes toward the goal. I'm not looking at it through the YouTube platform. I'm looking at it through the, what is this, StreamYard, the not paid version. I think it had 10 super chats. So we're at 1 so far. So we need 9 more to go an extra half an hour at 7:30 till 8. I want to hang out, but I have to head out. Hope to catch you next time. Oh, no worries. I can't even read the name, but it looks like a symbol. You got Ultraman. What's up, Jet Baby Tooth Neptune? What's up, Anthony Chobot? Hey, I saw your messages and stuff on Facebook or Twitter. Or were they adding me? I don't know. I got to make room on my Facebook to add other people. Brent Mania did another one. Oh, yeah. Thank you, Brent. Favorite memory from finding out you were going... Sorry, let me read this correctly. Whew. Favorite memory from finding out you were going to find out you were going to be on Nickelodeon's show. My favorite memory. About finding out that I was... Honestly, like, I just did an interview for the X-Files. Like, these people are doing like an X-Files documentary. I just did an interview for their channel. And it'll maybe come out in a month or so. And I'll send everybody the link. And I'll try to air some clips on my channel as well. But I didn't know it was a Nickelodeon show when I got the job. Remember, we did a pilot. And we didn't know it was going to be Nickelodeon until they sold it. But my favorite memory was I actually took rock hard macaroni into the audition and ate it. Like in the scene. So I literally took rock hard macaroni in there and ate it. So I guess that'd be a favorite memory. But once I found out it was on Nickelodeon and we got contracts and everything, I couldn't afford Nickelodeon all the time. I didn't have cable. So it really wasn't that big of a deal for me. I'm sorry if I bust your bubble, but my favorite memory after being on the show and it airing on Nickelodeon was I went to Disneyland when we were filming the second season, and the first season had already aired and did pretty well. I went to Disneyland with a couple of actor friends of mine, not from the show, but we went to Disneyland, and it was actually camp day. It was camp day at Disneyland. So there was a lot of camps that, their trip was to go to Disneyland that day. And then a lot of these camps watched the Nickelodeon camp show, Salute Your Shorts. So I'm at Disneyland as the actor from a camp show that they watch. So they were having like a huddle at Cinderella's castle or whatever, the castle in the front when I arrived. Some people started to recognize me. Oh my gosh, that's DonkeyLips, that's DonkeyLips. Then word went around. There was like probably a couple hundred students from different camps there that day. And then they all crowded around me. Oh, and then I was with a couple of other famous actors as well. Then they started asking for autographs and pictures. And then Disneyland security, man, they swooped in and they start talking to us. What's going on? What's going on? Look, we're actors. We're on a camp show. These people are on these other shows. We got recognized. All these kids are here. So Disneyland security like put together a team of like 4 people. And then they started taking care of us, walking us around the park. And then we got VIP onto every ride, the People Mover and all these other things. So that was a pretty good memory from being on Nickelodeon. Like that was a cool little day. I felt like a Beatle. I felt like a Beatle. I may review an episode of Salute Your Shorts. Which one should it be? Larry, huh? You know what? I really, really, really like the one where I become the final episode. I think it is where I become the CEO of the company, of the birdhouses company. DonkeyLips takes over the entire camp throughout that series. I mean, maybe that's a conspiracy theory, but hey, look into it. I get the girl. I become the CEO. I make friends with Dud Mackey. Everybody loves me. Then I get the company at the end of the show. I cause a riot, a protest. I don't know. All right. All right, guys. I want to switch subject. And I'll do the Q&A or ask me anything if we reach the goal. Maybe we already did. Some people are saying we reached the goal. I don't know. I counted what 3 are, so I'm gonna say 7 more, and I'll do another half an hour of Ask Me Anything. But I wanted to talk about like the fires, guys, if you don't mind me. Where do you stand? Where are you located? How are the fires being presented to you all? And then we got Fluffy Gamer. What's up, Fluffy, Fluffy, Fluffy? And I don't know how many of you are. I hate the term conspiracy theorists because they made it bad, but I don't know how many of you like believe the mainstream narrative or what's going on, and just let me know, like from your perspective. And then we're going to talk about some theories of what's going on. But first off, let me start by saying I am fine. You know, the Lord has blessed me. I'm in an area surrounded by the fires. And if I can explain it as best as possible to everybody, think of a cereal bowl, and maybe I'll show my chai latte. But think of a cereal bowl, and the top are the mountains. Okay, these are all the Southern California mountains. And in the middle, it's called the valley. And I'm pretty much like in the middle to the side of the valley. But not all of them, but like most of the mountains around me are on fire. Like there's a fire here, there's a fire here, the Eaton fire, they're all around me. And then think of another bowl next to this bowl, like another. Let's see if I can give this example. Think of like another bowl next to this bowl. And then these would be Hollywood, Santa Monica, and all that. And then some of these fires are going, but all the mountains are connected. You see what I'm saying? All the mountains are connected. So if a fire catches here, it could spread to the other mountain that's on the side of it. But this is the San Fernando Valley. So we got the Glendale fire, the Pasadena fire. We got the Sylmar fire. We got the new one, the Ventura fire. Then right over the hill is the Pacific Palisades, Santa Monica fire. And they're all creeping up. And so sometimes the fire goes down to the surrounding areas. The smoke gets in the valley. It messes with the air. And all the main power cords and, the infrastructure are normally around the mountains. That's where you get internet signals, radio towers, electricity signals, bases, transformers, and then they creep down with wires into the valley. So I'm okay, but that's where I am. I am like in the middle of the valley, surrounded by the fires, and they've started to be taken care of, and they're seeming to slow down. But new fires are popping up, like they popped up a Ventura fire, I think just last night, and the mainstream media was saying, "Oh, on Tuesday we're going to have 100-mile-per-hour winds again that are going to cause more fires," and all the fear mongering that comes along with it. It's been really affecting me because I have an overactive brain. I am a proud conspiracy theorist, and I look at the world through a different lens than a lot of different people. Oh, it says the goal is ended? Okay, so that's good. So we got another half an hour, guys. Again, I don't know how to change it from here from my StreamYard account unless I open up my YouTube app. Maybe I'll make another goal. I don't know. We'll figure it out. Let's just hang out. But if you guys feel free, please super chat me more. I could use the help. I ain't gonna lie. I'm worried about paying my rent for the next couple months. I am really, really struggling. But I'm not gonna ask for the money because of the fires or anything. If you guys want to support, it's because you like me and you want to ask questions and whatever. And or you think I'm entertaining or whatever the case may be. I'm not gonna make a fake GoFundMe like some people have, saying, oh, I'm losing my house. There are people lying that they lost their house and stuff like that, making GoFundMes. It's getting really, really scary out there to think about it. And, there's varying opinions on the fires and whatever else is going on. And if you want your comment posted, again, Super Chat will get it posted quicker while I'm on my rant. But I hope you guys know for the next 30 to 40 minutes, 45 minutes, I'm going to be talking about the fires and conspiracy theories. And I want to see some of your answers and perspectives. So just to get back to what I was talking about, I'm okay. Thank you very much, everybody that hit me up. Social media was asking about me. I may be the only person that in Southern California. I may not. But this is the area of actors and entertainers and studios and all that other stuff. All right, let's stop worrying about the goal. I didn't mean to make it an issue, everybody. I've never used it. When I logged in, it said something about a goal. So I clicked on it and I put 10 goals. I don't know. Let's not worry about it. If you want to donate, donate. It's all good. Let's have a good time. Okay. Oh, yeah. Okay. So there we go. Hey, Starry Dynamo 88 said, stay true, stay positive. Best wishes to you. I don't want to. I don't want to go to camp. I don't want to go to school. I don't want to go to work. I don't want to talk about conspiracies with Michael Ray Bauer. I don't want to. Thank you very much, Starry Dynamo. Appreciate you. But for everybody that's been asking if I'm okay, I am. But I have an emotional energy. I have an empathetic energy. I have a negative energy. I have a crazy spirit in my head. I get depressed. I get anxiety. And this has been a whirlwind because this is the town of actors and celebrities. And I know many people with, money and own properties in almost all of these areas. And I'm witnessing their pain. Okay. A lot of actors are being humbled, whether it be about the DEI theories, about the firefighters or the woke LA County or whatever the political stuff is going on. So many people are being affected. And it is middle income people as well and poor people and everybody. But looking at it from a conspiracy perspective, the main areas are mountain ranges and mountain areas and houses in the Palisades by a beach. These are $1 million homes. Multi-million dollar homes and ranches owned by celebrities or rich people or whatever. And it makes you think, was it just failure by the fire department not removing brush? Was it started by arsonists? Was it started because of this or that? Whatever theories that they're saying mainstream, to be quite honest with you, nobody freaking knows. People want to say, it's climate change, it's climate change. No, dumb motherfucker. Climate change is real. The climate changes constantly, you bitch. Nobody denies climate change. When they say climate change is a hoax, they don't mean the actual climate that is changing on a daily basis and hourly basis, they don't mean that's a hoax. They mean the people creating the companies asking for donations and using climate change as a hoax to get money. So they use the term climate change to get money. You hear the word climate change and you think our earth is being affected so bad, we have to donate and fix it. There's no fixing climate change. None. Stop donating to these fucking people. Stop. Climate change is real. The climate changes every day. The heat goes up, it goes down. The cold goes up, it goes down. It comes back. Maybe around the world, it gets hotter every 100 years by 2 or 3 degrees in certain areas. We're adding chemicals to the sky from planes, from trains, automobiles. That's a great fucking movie. You know, so we create different temperatures. But the earth was built to correct itself as best as possible. So I understand climate change is real. We are affecting it. Maybe there's things we can do to make it better. But in terms of that being the cause of the fires, go fuck yourself. It's many variables for the cause of these fires. And yes, maybe climate change is a part of it. Because out of nowhere, we got 100-mile-per-hour winds in California called the Santa Anas, and the Santa Anas don't normally happen this time of year. They happen like in February. Sorry, I'm going crazy. You guys can tell my brain is really angry. My heart is really hurting because I don't understand what is happening. And then all the excuses people are giving the politicians here and there, it makes no damn sense. A lot of them are lies, and a lot of it is bullshit. And I don't like to live my life that way with this bullshit. How are we going to grow as a country, as a human being, with lies and deceit and, you know, milking and manipulating events for money and whatever the case may be? We are not going to grow that way. We are not going to grow that way. So it hurts my heart when people don't get educated enough to understand, you know, some of people like me who have different theories on events, that they just want to label us crazy. Oh, you're a MAGA, you're a Trumper, you're a conspiracy theorist. Oh, you believe climate change is a hoax. Governments don't control us. Corporations do. Banks do. They control the government, then the government controls us. But the government ain't in control. They're bought and paid for. So that brings me back to some of the theories about these fires and how they started. And for any of you in the know, on one of my Happy Alien podcast videos, I aired a video from a guy named Hibbler, Sean Hibbler Productions. Look him up on YouTube. Called Maui in 15. Maui in 15 explains a lot of the situations regarding the Lahaina fire, the Maui fire. And it shares a lot of theories and conspiracies on how it burned, how it got started. And one of those theories was that an electrical outlet exploded, and that's how the fire spread in Lahaina or Maui. Well, those theories are now with video footage in LA. Again, the politicians haven't been taking care of the brush, the land, and everything around it. We've had dry seasons. And all the chemicals that they spray on us, yes, they spray chemicals on us constantly. And right before this event, I put video footage of drones around the airport in my neighborhood, and I also filmed drones spraying. Look at that footage in another video. right before the fires. Are these materials that they spray on us flammable? I don't know. But years of spraying and spraying and spraying and whatever all this stuff truly is adds to everything being combustible. But every time I look at footage of a fire, it looks so bright red. It looks like a nuclear bomb exploded when I see it on the news. Do you think they amp up the color structure of the video footage to make it look more red? I do. Or if that's the actual colors being represented from these fires, that just proves that there's some really, really combustible material beyond wood making these colors in actual flames. Nobody knows what's around us, what the places are being built with, all the chemicals in the air leading to all this. We have been living on a combustible gas engine for many years. And now, every 2 years, we're having the worst fires in history. Whether it be Paradise, California, we had an Eaton fire in Burbank, Glendale about 5-6 years ago as well. We are now having these fires constantly around the world, or at least in our country, that I know of. They had them in Canada last year that spread forever. Same thing in Canada. So there's got to be a bigger picture to all this. And I can only bring up the examples of Maui and now LA and the theories that I have heard and witnessing and I believe to be possibly true. I'm seeing people talk about Karen Bash and all that other stuff. I get it. I can blame everybody, Governor Newsom, Karen Bash, everybody for all these decisions. But again, what happened? What really happened? And why is this happening? Yes, they're real fires. Yes, they're really burning. I'm not saying it's a hoax. It's a fake event. It's happening. But why is it happening? What is the agenda behind it? Who is controlling the fires, meaning possibly starting them? You know, is it arson? Is it from electrical outlets? Did they all have this planned? Insurance companies apparently got out of people's insurance 2 or 3 months prior, like they knew something. Then they created an LA fire plan called whatever, the FAIR plan. Hey, don't worry about insurance. You know, we're cutting your insurance, but we got a thing called the FAIR plan where we only cover 2% of what's going to happen. And then there's companies like BlackRock that are just running the world. And we know that they pay rioters. We know corporations that have an agenda to make more money. They create riots, movements, BLM, this, that, with their money, whether it be George Soros or anybody else. They create these events because they have an agenda to like remove people and bring something new in. Now, a lot of these houses that are on fire, not all of them, but again, $1 million homes. California real estate is fanatic. It's expensive. It's pricey. Now, in a weird way, a lot of celebrities are upset. When they were vouching for the Karen Basses, the Governor Newsoms, you know, the crime, you know, oh, let people out, the diversity, you know, all that. Now they witnessed possibly what their policies that they voted for has now taken their home. So can I sit here and say they deserve it? No, nobody deserves this. Nobody deserves it. But do they care? Do they really care? The companies that are creating this, and that's right, I said it. Companies are creating this. It's a real fire. It happened. It got started, whether it be electrical outlets, arson, whether it be a guy with a barbecue grill. It happened. But was that barbecue grill placed there by a certain corporation? Was that person paid to create the arson? Was the electrical company put there with bad equipment to do it? Or is it all just coincidence, like the Maui fires? Nothing this big that happens multiple times is coincidence. Okay? It's bad planning. It's bad management of the land. It's everything and all the above. And all you need is one flame to ignite all the stuff that they wanted to get on fire. That they created, the bad land, the atmosphere, the combustible materials. All you need is one spark. So they've been planning this for years. Who is they? Oh, the government? The corporations? The banks? But America's waking up. The world is waking up. We live in, if you believe in the Bible, we're living in the time of revelations. And everything is being revealed. Good or bad. Pedophilia, Diddy, this, that. That's another theory that's out there. But now again, having a theory, there's too many of them. They want us to have conspiracy theories. They now are doing disinfo camp. They are now promoting conspiracy theories. So we talk about everything but the truth. So now this is a damn chess game. There's no way to find out the truth within all of these theories that are propping up every day. And I'm also being called a misinformation agent. That's right. When I'm posting videos on Instagram or I'm reposting like a conspiracy video or a video or something like that, I'm getting DMs from people saying, stop spreading misinformation, Michael. I'm asking questions, bitch. What's wrong with asking questions? I'm fired up, y'all. You can tell. What's wrong with asking questions? Nobody else does. That's why we never get a damn answer, because everybody's afraid to ask questions. We get labeled a conspiracy theorist, a misinformation agent, and they clamp down on us. They strike our channel. They strike our videos. They strike whatever they can. Why? Because we're close to the truth. And like the X-Files said, the truth is out there. These fires are manipulated. They are planned. And I'm just sad. But now the celebrities and the people that were not in the know, they're waking up. They're losing their house, their property. They're waking up. They're now starting to come down to the level I was at starting in 2008. And I'm really sorry for anybody affected. People that are losing their lives, their family, their pets, the mementos, their house. Welcome to the world that I've been living in my head for about 15 years now. It's an insane fucking world, isn't it? You guys are finally starting to ask questions. Of course, there's still brainwashed people. Oh, it's because of this. And, you know, it's really sad. And people are helping each other out, though. That's one good thing to see, the brotherly love. There's no distance behind. There's no distance behind a celebrity and a normal person in these fires and through times of devastation. We're all closer now, because that is the truth of humanity. It's to be there for each other, love each other, and help each other out. Now, why are $1 million homes being taken out right on a beach in Pacific Palisades? If you've ever drone up that boulevard, PCH, there's homes, there's a big mountain structure, there's a lane, and then there's like a mile or two of like $1 million homes that are right next to the beach. Then there's a little downtown area of Pacific Palisades as you go a little bit further. All the billion-dollar homes are on the beach. Then you got the celebrities that live a little bit, near the mountains in the town, the downtown area. Well, they all went on fire. And apparently there was no water. The water was shut off. Just like Maui. But the theory is, the water was running, but you can't have all the water faucets for all the fires on at the same time. That makes sense. I get it. The water pressure, so they didn't have water. But still, how do they not have equipment? Maybe they didn't have enough firefighters, but you're on a beach. How do these $1 million homeowners and celebrities that are on a beach not have a water system in their pool to spray their house, that they rely on these damn fire departments and the damn government structure? Some stupid ass fucking people. They don't live in reality. But now you got a fucking dose of reality, didn't you? But again, just like the Maui fire, certain homes caught on fire, certain homes didn't. There's trees and brush in one area not affected by a fire, but the house blew up. But the trees in the backyard are perfectly fine, but the house is blown up. Then the house next to it, no problem. Then the other house next to that one, blown up and gone. We're starting to get images just like the Maui fires. Well, apparently fire picks and chooses what house to blow up. And I don't know if it's true or fact. I haven't done enough research, but there's homes like Oprah Winfrey's in Maui that nothing happened to it. Stuff like that. But every house around it got burned to shreds. I think there's a rumor about Tom Hanks. Same thing to his house out here in the Palisades. Nothing happened to it. But every other house torn to shreds. Certain people were out of town, right as they started. Then there's theories that, they're going after Diddy. And I promise I'll start looking at some of your guys' comments in a minute. But I'm just on a little bit of a tangent. Are they direct energy weapons that are being used? When I look at some of the video footage of not only the Maui fire, the Palisades fire, whatever footage we can get our hands on, because they're silencing some, and I'll explain that in a minute. But it's weird how cars are melted. It's weird how buildings are like cement. It's like nothing but cement. Like the only structures that are still standing is like cement, but it's dust. It's not cement. It's like cement dust. And it reminds me of 9/11, the two towers. Where did all the buildings go when the two towers fell? Remember, when they were falling or collapsing or whatever was happening, dust, 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 dust. And then it landed on the ground, right? Yeah, they had a little bit of a tunnel system below the two towers, but all of that building material would have landed on the ground or in the tunnel system that's below the two towers, but it would have created a big mound of metal and material, like a big mound. But when you look at the video footage of the towers, from above, after the dust settled, you only get a few pieces of metal or concrete, and there's not even a big mound. It's like barely a little bit of material. Where did all the other material go? There's videos of trucks moving in the night before to take some of that material away to ship it off to other countries. But where did it all go? And when you watch the towers go down, they turn into dust. And people before that were catching their body on fire. They were taking off their clothes because it was so hot on the 800th floor. And they were jumping out windows. And there are weapons that create heat, military weapons that create heat. And maybe there's a weapon that turns metal into dust. And that was the test of that direct energy weapon. A lot of things happened on 9/11. Maybe bombs, planes, and a direct energy weapon and a heat weapon all at the same time. Because cars around the two towers were melted as well. Metal was melted. The engines, everything melted. And they were parked 5 blocks away from the two towers. There is video footage out there. How do those cars melt? And it looks the same for the Maui fire, for a lot of buildings and cars. It's possibly a weapon that they have control of, either in the skies or through drones or whatever, that's adding to all of this. Then I just saw it earlier today. There's a video out there of 3 fires starting at the exact same time. I think in the Palisades. I haven't done enough research to watch it or save the video, but I saw it when I was waking up about to do my stuff for today. There's a video of all of a sudden in 3 areas, there's like a camera on a building or a mountain or in a house or a ring camera or whatever, but it's kind of above. It could be fake. You never know with AI. But there's 3 smokestacks, like in a triangle shape. There's 3 smokestacks at the end of each triangle shape. And then all of a sudden, zzz, you see the smoke, 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 and then fire. Could the weapon be of a triangle shape, shooting a laser that creates like that triangle shape and it starts a fire? I don't know. These are just theories. They're speculation. It's fucking fun, ain't it? Aren't you having any fun? Aren't you having fun? And the reason why we question everything is because nobody knows what the world is. If you think you got a grasp on reality, oh, you're just crazy, Michael. I know what the world is. The world is a round ball. You know, we have climate change. You're mistaken, okay? Are we in a new universe? There's theories about that, but you don't know what this world is or what it is. You don't. Nobody does. That's why we're all starting to ask questions now, because who's controlling us? Is it government? Is it aliens? Is whatever theory you love? It's fascinating. There's only one thing that's certain, is we're not getting the truth. And to be quite honest with you, I don't even think they know the whole truth, whether it be the corporations or the governments or the people running their agendas. Now we got the conspiracy theory. And I don't know what theory you think holds weight, but we got the conspiracy theory about Diddy, that all of these celebrities, their houses, they're burning up evidence because, you know, they all have video footage or photos, or they're all a part of that world, and they're getting rid of all the evidence. They're burning the tunnels beneath LA, the celebrity tunnels, the trafficking rings. All of these tunnels are being cemented in concrete because now the world is watching. Now the world is coming after them. And again, sounds good to me. I could see it making sense. I could. Trafficking happens. There's people involved in all of these rings and other stuff. And a lot of them are celebrities living out here, probably in the Palisades or, you know, the Ventura Mountains and everywhere else around me. So it holds weight. It's a good theory. They could be doing all things at once, trying to get the land at a cheaper discount. They could be trying to remove evidence from all these people that are involved. It could all be happening all at once. Because if you're going to create something, a mass hysteria like this, you might as well get everything done. Whether it be remove evidence, find evidence, whatever they're doing. All these corporations and governments are involved, and they know what's going on. And there is the smart city theory. They want to create a smart city, a 15-minute city. That's what also happened in Maui. What happened to the kids in Maui? I heard 100 kids went missing. Did they ever find them? Did we ever hear anything else from that? I don't know. Were they all declared dead? I don't know. You can't talk about Maui. The tech oligarchs take control where we can't talk about it. And they're starting to do that with the LA fires. Now, the other day, friends of mine that have been affected, they don't know if their house is burned or gone or not because they haven't been able to get to the area. And what they told me the other day scared the living shit out of me. So, my friend drove up to the area where the fire was put out. And I also posted a video from another person on Instagram. Go check that out. Maybe it's still there. But they drove up to the area where their house was. They don't know if it's burnt down or not. And the military is now there, the National Guard. They have FBI agents all over in their SUVs, their black SUVs. They have FBI agents surrounding the area as well. They have National Guard. They have some policemen. And they've cordoned off every entrance to this entire neighborhood. And surrounding neighborhoods that have been affected by the fire. Well, why would they do this? Oh, it's because of looters. They got to protect it. They're probably still fighting fires. Okay, if that's what you want to believe. But the fire in this area has been put out for 2 days now. And you would think that they would allow people to go in and see if their home has been burnt 2 days later, now into the third day, that they would be able to go find out officially if their home is gone. So, they're talking to the National Guard, and National Guard's like, oh, we can't let you in. It's an evacuation zone. It still has an evacuation zone label on it, so we can't let you in, even though the fires have been out for a couple of days. They're still researching, making sure no fires are coming through. It's an evacuation zone. Go to calfire.com, californiafire.com, and, look on the website. And if you need to go to an evacuation center, they have on the website where you can go. And my celebrity friends or friend doesn't ask questions. Okay? They don't ask questions. I started yelling at them on the phone. Tell him this. Tell him that. Put me on the motherfucking phone with this dude. Or pick me up. But, my friend wasn't dealing with it. But I asked him what was going on. Please tell me what's going on. Before they had the talk with the National Guard. And he told me they were having trucks. I'm talking equipment trucks. Driving in to the neighborhood past the National Guard. I'm talking trucks that you would put materials in that are covered. Like a big truck. Like a truck that would take technology or whatever. Driving into these neighborhoods. And they saw one coming out. It wasn't the same one that they saw go in. Now, why the hell would equipment trucks, not equipment, I'm talking fire equipment. I'm not talking like that. I'm talking trucks that would have TVs in it. They could put a lot of material in there, go cross state, like the truck drivers. Why are these big, big trucks allowed to go into these neighborhoods and possibly pick something up, take something, get rid of material. Sounds the same thing as they did at 9/11. The same thing was happening in Maui. Same thing happened at Sandy Hook, where they tore down that school and trucks took the materials away. I can't say it's happening, but it looks suspicious. And why would they be taking material if they are? Maybe there were certain houses that had a weapon with a certain chemical or metal material or something where they got to get rid of that material, because the minute the actual firefighters investigate or somebody does research, they're going to say, hey, this is not a regular fire. We got this chemical on this house or this property or in this area of the trees and the woods. And this is not a chemical, like from a barbecue grill that might have caused the fire. You can't find the evidence. It's just a theory. But this is what I've been told. And I saw a couple of conspiracy videos that were showing the same thing. And for the people that think that they should not be allowed in there until it's not an evacuation zone because of looters, go fuck yourself. Listen to me, you apologist that think, just listen to the National Guard, don't worry about it. You'll figure it out later. You don't have no right to find out if your home burned down. You don't have no right because there's looters. Well, what the fuck are they going to loot? That's right, Mikey's angry again. What the hell are they going to loot? If your house is burned down, there's nothing to loot. If your house is not burned down, maybe there is something to loot. But you got National Guard, you got cops, you got FBI all around the neighborhood at every intersection where people can enter. A looter can't even get in there. So why do we have to stay out here? Because you guys are protecting our property from looters? Is that what you're saying to me? Then again, what is there to loot? So think about it. If they're protecting the neighborhood from looters, possible another fire, they want to take pictures or whatever. You guys got to stay out here because of looters. We're investigating, we're doing this and we're doing that. You can't find out about your house because of looters. We're investigating, until it's not an evacuation zone. Well, think about it. If a looter gets in there, they're going to see people investigating, or FBI's or whoever's there doing whatever the hell they're doing. They're going to see a regular person and they're going to go, oh, that's a looter. Then they're just going to get rid of them. So there's no fear from looters to keep them away. There's none. Then on top of that, if they did loot something, what are they looting? Maybe there's a house that didn't catch on fire. They steal a couple of jewelry, a couple of this. They have to have a bag or something, like a big old bag, at least a backpack. Is that not going to look suspicious to the cops and the National Guard when he's trying to leave the area? When they got helicopters and cameras now everywhere on trucks filming the neighborhood? What the hell are you protecting? Well, they got one thing right. They are protecting from looters. Who are the looters? Them. Those are the looters. They are. They're doing land grabs. They're getting rid of evidence. Not in the Diddy case. Maybe in the Diddy case. I don't know. That's a cool theory, though. And Diddy don't have enough power to start the fires. But still, it's just really, really insane, y'all. And until I know the truth or I understand something, I freak out. This is how my psyche is. When I don't understand something, like it's not common sense, or it doesn't feel right, or it doesn't feel normal, I freak out. Then my brain goes wild. It thinks of all the other side angles and the theories. And then the side angles become more angles and more theories. And then I can't figure it out. Then I go crazy, my body breaks down, and then I get angry. It hurts my blood pressure, my heart. So that's why sometimes I have to not get on camera. I have to not do live streams. I have to stay off social media. I have to delete videos because I was trying to be more professional starting this new year. I wanted to try to not do my depression videos, my anxiety only for members. I wanted to try to be better and fake it, like put away the pain. But this year started roughly for a lot of us, and I don't know if it's going to get any better because we're living in the time. And I'll end it with this: we're living in the time of revelations, as I just said in the Bible. And if you're a conspiracy theorist or you dabble in it a little bit, no pun intended, dabble verse. If you dabble in theories or you ask questions, you've heard the term the Great Reset. You have heard the term the Great Reset, the New World Order, that they're trying to create a new world, a one world government. And you've heard in the last 5 years, beginning with COVID, where they weaponized the flu. That's what they did with COVID. They weaponized the flu and the statistics. But you've heard the term the Great Reset. Well, what is the Great Reset? It's a reset. It's like playing a video game. Things are not going your way. You need to start it again. You need to do things differently. And maybe you can play the game better this time. So you know what? I'm just going to start again. Now that I know where the whistle is, the extra heart for my Zelda character, it's in that cave. I'm going to start the game again because now I know where everything is. I don't have to waste 20 hours doing it. I'm going to reset the game. Well, throughout our history, and this is the last I'm going to say before we have an Ask Me Anything for a little while. So get your super chats or whatever welcome or questions ready. But I watched a documentary from the same guy that made the Maui in 15. He made a documentary called The Old World Order. Sean Hibbler. I think it's on YouTube. Yes, this is live special delivery. This is live. He made a documentary called The Old World Order. And it's about fires as well. If you look throughout the history books, every 100 years in almost every major metropolitan city, there's been these gigantic fires that burned and erased most of the infrastructure. And they had to rebuild. They had to reset. So when you look throughout history, there's fires every 100 or 150 years that erase history. And they reset a lot of things. So now watching that, it makes sense to think that this, whatever reasons it's happening, to get land for a smart city, for Diddy evidence, whatever it is, this is another one of those fires that's going to go in the history books, just like the other fires. That's why this is actually the Great Reset in Maui, a certain part of Maui, and now Southern California. This is the Great Reset in all of these areas. It's going to happen elsewhere too. It doesn't have to be a fire. It could be an earthquake. It could be a tornado. They've been doing that in North Carolina. People believe they manipulate weather. I do too. They have the technology. We have the capability. $6 million man. We have the technology to save you. They have it. It's happening. But of various forms. The Great Reset is happening everywhere at different times and in different factions. It's happening. And now truth is starting to be revealed, whether it be politically or otherwise, to prove that we constantly live in the time of Revelations, as in the end of the Bible, the end times. It's the times are ending, but there's now a great reset. So they can shape history again. They can put it in school books for the future children, and history is being erased and rewritten by all of these events. And then they're silencing the truth. They're calling people conspiracy theorists. They're making them look crazy. They're now calling everything that I said today misinformation. We are now becoming enemy number one. And this is all scary to me. That's it for my hour-long conspiracy talk. Thank you guys for chiming in. If you guys want to continue talking about it, ask me some questions. If you want to talk about anything else, let me know what's going on. But more importantly, thanks for listening me to thank you for listening to me rant and rave about my many thoughts that are in my head. I appreciate you. Thank you. Maybe I made sense to some of you, maybe I didn't. But regardless, we're all human beings and we have a heart, and I appreciate you. And I hope this video finds you healthy, happy, blessed, and I entertained you for a little bit. All right, y'all. Let's try to look at some comments. Haystack said, "Faux life." What's up, Haystack? Razor said hi. Razor Ramon. He was a cool wrestler, Razor Ramon. Queen Mother. Hi, Queen. Do I know you on social media? Like, are you like a good friend of mine on social media? And then you disguise yourself as Queen Mother on YouTube? Because I kind of have a suspicion that we're really good friends on social media. And, you know, you go by your real name or whatever on social media. Yep, Cheetah Man's talking about the Chicago fires. He got booed when he and Titus O'Neil dressed like Jack Sparrow and Captain Hook. Are you guys doing wrestling talk, Larry? Larry. I want to watch that show again, the Larry David show. You're killing me, Larry. That was like a commercial we had back in the days. Like a local commercial. You're killing me, Larry. I just love that name. Cheetah Man. Chicago fires is one of them. There's so many fires, man. Razor moaned. Let me tell you something, Chico. Hey, Chico. Shout out Greg the Hammer. Yeah, you guys a lot of you love wrestling, right? A lot of you love it. I do too. I wish I could go back and be a kid and watch it all again. And I kind of stopped watching around the Attitude Era. I mean, I didn't watch it on a weekly basis. I should have, but I know what it is. And then when The Rock became really, really popular, I started watching for a couple of years or a year or so. I go back and forth. Shout out to the One Man Gang fans. What's up, Ed Rooney? Only goals. Is that a play on the Dabbleverse or certain people like Aaron Imholt? He's a Vikings fan, right? Ooh, his Vikings boy the other night. They sucked against the Rams. Hey, Aaron Imholt of Still Told Morning Show. It was rigged for the Rams because of the fires. I mean, let's be honest. The damn location for the fires wasn't even close to the SoFi Stadium. I mean, it was. Everything's 10, 15 minutes away. But still, they could have held the games at SoFi. But nope. Everybody had to get tickets and go to Arizona. They did a good job though, but it was interesting. But yep, the Vikings sucked. So sorry, Still Toe Morning Show. I'm a Raider fan. Don't get me started. All of Diddy, the baby oil burned in the fire. That's funny. You're funny. It's funny. gosh. Yo, Mikey, who do I want for quarterback? A competent quarterback. I don't care who. Just some excitement. I think you're talking about the Raiders, right? Studying John Fingernails. You're a part of the Dabbleverse, right? Yeah. Um, there's a possibility we get Ben Johnson as our coach from the Lions, and maybe Aiden O'Connell, the quarterback we have now, is like a poor man Jared Goff. So maybe Ben Johnson will take on Aiden O'Connell and draft another quarterback as well. I don't know. I get this question so much, and I'm just going to say it for the final time. Thank you for the support of the cooking videos. A lot of you like to make fun of me because I'm wilding out and being weird and making food incorrectly. But it's too much for me to handle with my technology, editing, cameras. I don't really have any good cooking equipment nowadays, and I just haven't had the heart for it because I got to edit after. It takes me hours, and I'm struggling. But thank you for enjoying what you could. And again, I keep saying it. Maybe I should do one. I don't know how to. I should go live though one day on my phone. I think I can go live on my phone, but I'd only have one camera angle. And then I would just cook food while I talk to the camera. Wouldn't be walking around, whatever, cutting the vegetables because I have to cut it on my little. Hey, my reality is what it is. I'm not proud of it, but I live in a studio apartment. Don't have a lot of money, but I'm alive. I'm blessed. Salute. So if everybody wants to make fun of me, my life, the way it's turned out, maybe I made all the mistakes to make my life turn out this way. I'm sure I did, but I'm okay with it. There are contributing factors as well. But no matter where I'm at, right here, I'm hanging out with you all, and I want to say thank you for the support, the love, and everything. I don't even you guys remember I filmed the videos of the drones. Oh no, I filmed a video on this channel the morning of the fires. I filmed the clouds because they freaked me out. Maybe I have a sixth sense or whatever where I do predict events or things in my head, or I feel like something's going to get bad or worse, or something's going to happen, and it normally does. I've always had that sense. But look back at one of them. I think I have a 1.5 minute long video. It might have been from January 6th or 7th or whatever day it was. But the morning of when all these fires started, I was taking out my trash. Somebody take out the trash, or you won't get no spending cash. You ain't gonna rock and roll no more. I sing this song all the time. Rockin' yeah, don't talk back. But I went to take out my trash because I'm afraid of people. So I take it out sometimes when people are not awake. And I stay up all night sometimes, watch TV, sleep all day. My life is like Las Vegas. There's no clocks. I'm not passionate about anything, unfortunately. But hey, that's neither here nor there. But I was taking out the trash, and the sun was coming up. The sun will come out tomorrow. Bet your body. They're trying to get rid of the damn sun, like in the Matrix. What the hell are they doing? They're trying to get rid of the damn sun, blacken it out with chemicals and stuff. Because they know the sun is healing. So they're making it brighter and they're making it worse, and they're trying to black it out or whatever the heck they're doing, man. It's insane. But so the sun was coming out, and then I looked at the clouds, and I think I said it in the video. I was like, man, when I came back to my place, I started filming the clouds. They look like a matte painting. Like in the background of a movie, they're not moving. They just looked fake. They had texture to them. They had gradient or the little texture. And I was like, huh? Clouds don't have texture. Clouds don't have pixels. These clouds had like pixels and texture. Then there was like 5 clouds, like in weird shapes. And in the middle of each one of these clouds was like a black area. So that supposedly is the water. Oh, that's where the water, it's going to rain. There's no other clouds in the sky. Just like these 5 or 6 weird looking clouds. And they weren't moving. I literally watched it for a half an hour before I filmed. And I go, should I film it? People are making fun of my phone camera because it's not the best. You know, it's like 720p and whatever the case may be. But for a half an hour, I was outside looking at these things while I was doing my walk. And I know you guys want me to walk and film it, but my microphones on my camera don't work. Then the ones that I carry, they don't connect or they turn off in the middle of. I'm struggling, y'all, technology-wise. So if you want to donate, I appreciate it. But honestly, if you donated right now, I can't just buy a new phone. I got to pay my bills. So the money would go to that first. But that being said, so I was watching these clouds for like a good 20, 25 minutes while I was walking around and stuff. And I was like, I'm going to film them. And there was no wind in the air. None. There was no fires going on. Then after I uploaded it to YouTube, 4 hours later, oh, there's a big fire in Pacific Palisades. There's a big fire in Sylmar. And all of a sudden, oh, there's like 60-mile-per-hour winds at like 4 o'clock in the afternoon. Huh? Were there ships in the middle of these clouds? Were there weather ships? Were these clouds manipulated? What the hell is that black spot? I mean, if you watch movies like Marvel movies, they can hide ships in clouds. Is it holographic technology? Is it weapons? It was triangle shaped. Like the 6 clouds were like in a triangle area. Is there a holographic ship, in there like the Klingons invented in Star Trek, the transparent ships? What do they call it? The bird of prey? I don't know. But it just didn't look right to me, so I had to film it. And then all of the fires and the wind came out later, and we've never had 100-mile-per-hour winds till that day in recorded history that they know of. So, I don't know. Weather manipulation, whatever you want to call it, climate change, it's all good. Are you guys football fans? A lot of you guys? Maybe you are. I love football. These alien crafts be wild. Yeah. And they might not all be alien. Like, literally, like, it's like that movie, They Live. Maybe we are living among aliens. They look like us. And these machines are actually government, military, whatever the case may be. Haystack said, get some binoculars to peer around. Yeah, my eyes ain't so good, man. I don't know if you guys can tell, but look, I have like a droopy eye. One of them, I can't tell which one. I think it's this one. I have a droopy eye. I've had a stroke. I got a droopy eye. I got a droopy mouth. Like, I think it's this side. I have a droopy mouth because I had a stroke. A lot of issues, but I'm glad I'm here. All right, let's try to read this. I salute you. I can't read that right now. Oh, ask anything. Have you ever had a publicist and a lawyer? I heard actors have an entourage, agent, publicist, manager, lawyer. They all take a certain percentage of your income. I have had publicists work for me pro bono. I have a lawyer. Many of you guys might even know him. He's an actor that became a lawyer. Hey, you guys! Technically, he's my lawyer. Or he helps me out here and there. But yes, actors, if you want to become really mainstream and you're really making a lot of money and you're right on the radar of like fame, yeah, you need all those things to propel your career. I had that moment when I got the movie Evolution after being on X Files, Dark Angel, Dude, Where's My Car? Um, I got that moment where I wanted to take my career to the next level because I was in $100 million movie now, and I was one of the 6 people billed. They call it top billing. So while we were filming Evolution, I was trying to get publicity. Like on Entertainment Television and all that other stuff, websites about the movie, trying to get publicity to further my career. Because right around this time, I was in a lot of the trade papers for Hollywood, like Hollywood Reporter, stuff like that. Michael Jackson, coming off the success of Dude, Where's My Car, is now, starring in Evolution alongside David Duchovny of X Files fame, or Juliana Moore, Academy Award winner, or whatever the case may be. I had a couple of articles like that written up in the trades. I still got them. I should post the pictures on my social medias because I'm proud of it. But so I wanted a publicist, like to promote me, to get my name out there. And then Evolution, the actual movie, they hired their own publicist for the movie. So then they were doing on-set interviews. They were allowing reporters from Entertainment Television or whatever to go to the set and do interviews with the actors and get behind-the-scenes footage and whatnot. And I started to notice that they were not interviewing me or asking me for anything. It was only Sean, Orlando, Juliana, and David. And I didn't see anything with Ethan or me. So then I started questioning. I found out who the publicist was for the movie, and I said, "Hey, can I be on the publicity tour?" There's a story about an actor in The Matrix that wanted publicity, and it fucked up his career too, because he wanted publicity on The Matrix, and they weren't giving it to him. So he went out and did some events on his own to try to get publicity. Something bad happened about that. Look into The Matrix story. But I contacted the publicist of the film, and I go, "Hey, can I get some publicity through you guys?" And she was like, "Yeah, we want to. We've been trying to get you publicity." But the other actor that played my brother in the movie, Ethan, who I love you to death, Ethan, but apparently they wanted to promote us as the crazy brothers from the movie. They wanted to promote us as the crazy brothers, like in duo, in tandem. But apparently around that time, for whatever reasons, I can only speculate, but Ethan did not want to do any press. So he denied the advancements. And so the publication, the press people on Evolution, they told me, "Michael, we want to do that. But Ethan and his agent and his representative, they don't want any press right now." Now, later, I learned that they were having a legal battle with that movie that maybe I talked about on another live stream called Don's Plum, with Toby, with Leo. There was a legal thing that was happening in 99, 2000 when we were filming Evolution about that movie. So maybe that's why Ethan Suplee was at his biggest weight ever, because he was dealing with controversy and legal stuff from that movie. I do not know. And maybe that's why they didn't want publicity. So that's why they told the publicist on the movie, we can't do that. So then I was like, "Well, can't you just promote me?" They're like, "No, we wanted to do it as the brothers, the duo, the tandem." And I'm like, "Okay." And I go, "Well, how can I get some publicity? Like, I don't know if I'm ever going to get this opportunity again." And then she recommended some agents, some publicists. Then I contacted a couple of these publicists that they recommended where I could hire my own publicity. And then they're like, Okay, do you want us to be your publicist? We have these other clients. We represent these clients, and it'll be $7,000 a month. And you have to put down a 3-month retainer in order to hire us, meaning they have to get 3 months guaranteed of payment. It's like buying a house. You got to put down a down payment for these publicists. And it was anywhere between 4 to 7,000 a month. Then I had to put down on each of these people that I called, I had to put down a down payment for like 2 or 3, and one of them wanted 6 months. Think about that. That's 5, 10, 15, 20, 30, 35 grand, 40 grand, 50 grand just to hire them as my publicist. I ain't making that much money. I ain't making that much money. Trust me, I'm not. I, since we are way over the fact, I'm just going to be honest and tell you how much I made. I made $9,000 a week with 13 weeks guaranteed. But then I have an agent and a manager. Manager takes 15, agent takes 10. So you guys can do the math. But that was my contract for Evolution. 13 weeks, 9,000 total until they take out taxes and everything. And California, when you add up all the agents, the managers and everything, honestly, you're probably losing anywhere between 35% of your money to 45% of your money. So that's how much I made. But I couldn't afford these publishers. I just can't do it. And I wish I had enough time before I filmed the movie, because I could have hit up some college students that were in the educational system to become a publicist or an agent or whatever the case may be, where I could have hit them up and they're going to be like, oh my God, my first client as a possible publicist coming out of college is going to be an actor that's starring in a movie. And then they would have done it for $500 a month, $1,000 or something like that for a month. And maybe I could have afforded that, because I knew I would have been willing to spend up to maybe $1,000 a month to have a publicist, because that would have maybe excelled my career that much more. But again, to hire the real good, popular publicist that can create stories and do all that stuff, it's anywhere between $5,000 and $10,000 a month. And I didn't have it. I wasn't worth it. I just couldn't afford it. So that's the story. Thank you. That was a good question. Triangle or pyramid? Probably triangle. Well, yeah, triangle. Sorry, where did we see that question about the Chicago fire? What would I compare this compared to the Chicago fire? I don't know. I was never in the Chicago fire. But apparently, as many acres that have burned is bigger than Manhattan. Some said it's like a country in Paris. As many acres that have burned is like the whole of Paris. Was Stuttering John in Dude, Where's My Car? Was he? Wasn't that crazy guy? Well, I'm crazy too, so I shouldn't make fun of him. The blonde actor that started doing drugs, living on the streets, Andy Dick. Wasn't it Andy Dick that was in Dude, Where's My Car? Or was Stuttering John in? Yeah, I got to go look at that. I don't remember that part. What's up, Jobu? What's up, Jobu? Is David Duchovny cool? I mean, yeah, for the most part he is. I had some controversies and stuff meeting him that I've said on other podcasts. And I just did an X-Files podcast documentary thing a couple hours ago. And when that airs, I'll probably get some video footage from it. Michael Jackson? Yeah. I've already said my stories and videos, so we don't need to talk about it. Walkie-talkie videos. Yeah. I told you guys a little while ago why I struggled doing that. Oh, Maria. Hey, Maria. How you doing? What did she write? Hey, hun, are you okay? Look like you're stressed out. Yeah, you seen me yell today a lot. my emotions, my anxiety, my fears. My brain is so bad right now. So this is like an outlet for me. Even though after I get off here, I'm just gonna need to lie down, calm my heart down, calm my blood pressure down. But thank you very much, Maria, the dancing queen. Thank you for all your kind words on social media, always being there for me. I hope you're doing as well can be. Health issues are a struggle, man. Bend over. I rub icy hot on my root. It's on fire. Oh, your avatar. Yeah, I've been taking topical creams because I got psoriasis, and I've been taking topical creams and rubbing oils and these topical creams. Hasn't really died down. It's not as bad, but it still itches every once in a while. And then I found out, well, the doctors didn't tell me it was this when they looked at my photos on the video chat, but there's something called ringworm for your head. And it looks a little bit like psoriasis or vice versa. Excuse me. Um, so I'm like, damn, what the hell is ringworm? Somebody told me it was like eggs laying stuff in your head. I'm like, I'm not that dirty. I'm not the cleanest person, but I'm not that dirty. you know, I don't know. It's just very scary. Whatever's been happening to my head, whether it be psoriasis or whatever. And I get red marks sometimes around different body parts as well. So that's why they think it's psoriasis. But was evolution my biggest payday? I mean, altogether, probably not. Probably Fringe, the residuals from Fringe every month. Some nowadays, every month, somewhere, not every month, every 2 months, between 500 and 900, maybe every 2 or 3 months from Fringe, because they air it constantly, all day, everywhere. Oh, and you know what? Now that you brought that up, but in terms of actual weekly value, yeah, Evolution at that moment was my biggest payday. The pay goes up and up and up the more movies you get. So, like the next movie, if I got a movie with a decent role, if I was making 9,000 a week on that movie, then the next film, I think the minimum, not the minimum, but they call it a weekly contract, right? The SAG minimum for a weekly contract was like $3,800 or something around that time, maybe 4,000. You know what? It might have been a little bit more. It might have been like 5,500 a normal weekly contract with SAG, and I was able to get 9,000 based off of my credits, my former movies and TV shows. So I almost doubled the basic rate. Um, and I don't know whether it's rumor or not, but the other actor Ethan, he got probably triple or quadruple of what I got because he was a bigger name. From all the other movies. Remember the Titans that I almost had the part of as well, and Butterfly Effect and whatever the movies. But again, I don't know his contract. It's not my place to stay, but I guarantee you he got triple or quadruple more than I did, which is fine. But yeah, I think it was my biggest payday. But if I got another movie right around that time, I could have banked probably another 10,000 a week off of Evolution. But the movie came out and it tanked. It didn't do too well. So I was back to like 7,000 a week, 6,000 a week. That's how it happens. John had a small part. I don't remember the part though, Ed. Do publishers create fake stands for their client to attack haters? Nah. I think actors, we just have egos and we're all insecure. I think we attack them because some of you all are trolls. Some of y'all are evil assholes. It's just honesty. But a lot of us are insecure. We have egos. And whenever you question anything we do, we get mad. Or whenever you point out a possible truth, we get mad. But yeah, they they create fake relationships, I'm sure. I know of a couple that they created for publicity through friends of mine. They created a couple of fake relationships that became real. Ashton Kutcher, Brittany Murphy. Because Brittany starred in a movie with Ashton. Not saying you were one of my friends, Brittany. I love you. But why did you fall in love with Ashton Kutcher? You can't fall in love with Ashton Kutcher. I worked with him on Dude, Where's My Car? And he was a glory hole for women. Ashton's going to see this. He ain't going to like me anymore. There's a lot of controversy with Ashton. Woo! I live my world through videos and conspiracies and wow. It's all good. It's all good. Rest in peace, Brittany. You just had yeah. Wow, we just celebrated your birthday recently. I don't want to continue to look back on all the amazing people that I was semi close with and friends that we lost. Cause I'm almost 50 years of age and I'm tired of being sad. So you guys enjoy me while you got me, because I don't know what life has in store for me, health wise, career wise, anything. I don't know. I'm just happy to be here today. So thank you all for hanging out with me. Do they cut you a check or a briefcase of money? They cut checks. Um, Stockton crushed. It stink. My apartment, yeah, probably is stink. It smells like me. Are you keeping this live stream public when it's over? Sometimes I put it to members only, like the next day, to respect the members. I don't know, man. Sometimes I delete things. I freak out. Sometimes I get afraid of what I said against or for somebody. I have anxiety, guys. I have a lot of issues, and I'm afraid of a lot of things. So I know that might piss some of you off that are not members or whatever, but I don't know what I do from day to day. That's what you get when you hang out with Michael Ray Bauer. But thank you, Zach TV 18. Appreciate you, brother. Anthony Hopkins' house burned down. Wow, we need to find a list. Um, I'm friends with. I don't mind mentioning a couple, but I'm friends with Ricky Lake a little bit. She lost her property with her and her husband. Um, Spencer and Heidi Pratt. I've met them on a couple of occasions. Apparently, they lost their house too. Couple of people. Yeah, I'm not going to mention any names because I don't think it's mainstream yet. Um, Lost their property as well. And there's a couple of other really good friends of mine, actors as well, that the fires, as of earlier this morning, was very close to their properties. And yeah, I'm kind of afraid to look or to contact them and see what's going on. Michael Jackson wasn't in Dude, Where's My Car? Yeah, I love you, Larry. I don't know what we're talking about. Are you eating those? What are those candy balls that you? What are they called? Those delicious candy balls. That's gonna be a meme. Those delicious candy balls. What are the name of them? Whoppers. Those Whoppers are delicious. Man, I haven't had Whoppers in years. Wow, that's how publicity works. Yeah, it's like an agency, and the big agents already have their publicists in their agency. So, like the big celebrity agents that actually get you jobs in movies and TV and film, they already have their publicity departments within. But for this case, I had to go to an outside publicity department, like that Blake Lively situation with Ryan Reynolds, Justin Baldoni. I don't even know these people. Never met. I met Ryan Reynolds once. I beat him out for a Young Actors Award. Ryan Reynolds. Yeah. But their publicists are fighting, Blake Lively and Justin Baldoni, and they're doing a lawsuit against each other. But yeah, it's interesting. Oh, did I say Michael Jackson? Yeah, I speak. Sometimes I say things incorrectly. So if I said Michael Jackson instead of me, Michael Bauer, I don't know. Whatever the hell happened, I'm sorry. Forgive me. I probably misspoke. I do that a lot. My brain, the words form in my brain and they come out so quickly sometimes. I need to think before I speak. I need to slow your roll, donkey hole. That was so bad. Member for 9 months, Larry. Thank you very much. For 9 months, baby. Yeah, we're almost a year together. We had a baby together, Larry. You're a member for 9 months. You're pregnant with my baby. Get in my belly. I want my baby back, baby back, baby back. God, Fat Bastard is so fucking funny. That character. I just watched that movie again the other day. It is so funny. Then I watched the third movie, and he made an appearance as a sumo wrestler. But it wasn't to me as funny as his first appearance in Austin Powers 2. And then he goes, "I eat because I'm fat, and I'm fat because I eat." Oh my god! And then he was having sex with the pretty girls, and he's just all out there, the nipples, and he's sitting next to that girl from Boogie Nights. God, she's hot. She hot, ain't she? What I wouldn't give to see that disgusting porn tape of Fat Bastard having sex with that beautiful girl from Boogie Nights. Imagine a world where there's an actual porn tape of that. You get it? Like Fat Bastard would try to become famous or something. That's probably how my porn tapes look. I don't think I'm as ugly as Fat Bastard, but still, people might consider me that way. But that's hilarious, man. That character is so funny. And it makes so many people sick to their stomach. That's sad that fat people make people sick because they're making themselves sick by being fat. Whatever. I'm fat for life, I guess. Whatever. Accept me, not accept me. Yeah, managers take 15% depending on the manager you get. They can legally take up to 15. Some might take 5. I mean, some might take 10, some might take less. I don't know. Every manager is different. Um, and then sports managers, I think they can only get 5%. Like athletes, I think there's rules in place for sports managers. Yeah, I know you were talking about Danny Cooksey. I'm sorry about that. Yeah, I love Danny. Um, we could have made a good movie together, but I don't think Danny's interested in, you know, besides doing conventions and, getting out in public a little bit. I don't really know if he's interested in the acting world, maybe the voiceover world. I don't know if he's interested in the acting world anymore, wants to be a part of that, wants to deal with that at our age. He's probably up there in age too. He's probably 47, 48. I'm becoming 50 in a month. I don't know what he wants. I mean, because of all these TV shows that have a podcast and they're trying to do that, just to get out in public a little bit. A while back, I said, "Hey, man, you want to try to figure out a podcast together? Maybe we can do something." And he's like, "No, I'm not really, interested." Maybe he didn't want to work with me. Who knows? We have a love, hate relationship, I guess. It's all good. There was a historical Powerball that lost their home, apparently. Wow. Oh, Jet Tooth. I seen Mel Gibson's house burn too. Did it? I know Mel Gibson has been talking on Fox News, and I love everything he's saying. People want to make fun of him. You get it? They present him on the news. Oh, Gibson gave a crazy conspiracy theory. Mel Gibson is one of those. Like, come on. Look, whatever he did in his personal relationship with that woman, when they caught him on tape fighting and yelling and saying bad terms or whatever he said or did, that's horrible. I get it. But Mel Gibson is one of those that he's witnessing what's going on in Hollywood, the lies, the deceit in the real world, kind of like I am. And he's speaking out. Mel Gibson is fucking brave to me. Mel Gibson was probably brainwashed into the industry, had handlers all around him, but now he's breaking free. Like I said, we're living in the time of revelations. So I love Mel Gibson. I'm a huge fan of those movies, The Lethal Weapons. Oh my gosh, I love them. Rest in peace, Richard Donner, who I worked with on Tales from the Crypt. And the guy that played the sergeant in all the Lethal Weapons played my father in Tales from the Crypt. And I love Lethal Weapon. And I saw Richard Donner's final appearance. I went to an event and I saw Mel Gibson and Danny Glover reunite, and they were talking about a possible Lethal Weapon 5, I think it was. And then Richard Donner passed away. But man, I love that. Did I go to any Diddy parties? No. Nope. My only interactions with anything with P. Diddy was I met Justin Bieber one time at Universal Studios City Walk. They were filming, I think it was a bowling alley at Universal City Walk. They built like a bowling alley restaurant or something like that. And they were filming Justin Bieber's, one of his first music videos. Watch it. They're like at an arcade or a bowling alley. I don't remember which one. But I was there. I was on the set. And I met Justin Bieber when he was a little kid. That's my known interaction with Diddy. We should play, what is it called? 7 Degrees of Kevin Bacon? We should play 7 Degrees of Diddy. Somebody find out my 7 degrees of me and Diddy. You get it? Like what actor I worked with or whatever. I mean, we could already go to Justin Bieber, but find it from another direction. That'd be interesting. Ryan Reynolds called you the next Elton John. That's cool. Do you got style? Do you got grace? Did you know Rita Hayworth gave good face? No, but are you like as flamboyant as Elton John? Sorry, I'm trying to get to some questions. Did I miss some super chats? I might have. All right. Brent Mania gifting the membership. Brent Mania, stay blessed, buddy. Thank you. Your favorite memory? Oh, okay, I answered that one. Larry Jester. I may review an episode. Oh, yeah, I answered that one. Oh, yeah, and then Starry Diamond or Dynamo. I don't want to. Oh, Collector's Conquest. Oh, my God, I can't believe I missed this one. Dude, I love you. Collector's Conquest, man. You constantly send me like updates about your store and donations every once in a while of a few bucks. I can't thank you enough, man. I can't thank you enough. Check out his YouTube channel, Retro Nostalgia, all the good things. Collector's Conquest. I think you might have 10,000 subscribers now or something. Congratulations. What's your favorite childhood Disney ride? That's a good question. Look, I mean, I love the mansion. It's fun. But back in the days, man, it's got to be Tron, the people mover in the world of Tron when they had it. I loved all that stuff. Sci-fi, I loved it all. Tron was awesome. The tracks are still there in Disneyland, but the People Mover is gone, and we got kicked out. We went to Disneyland jail right off of getting off of the Tron People Mover one day. Me and some other actors, Eldon Henson from Hunger Games. Um, he was in the what was it, the Mighty Giant or something like that. Eldon, my friend from Hunger Games. What a oh, he was in Daredevil. That's right. He played the lawyer in Daredevil, the TV series on Netflix. And Eldon's done a lot of work. He had a baby too about 3 or 4 years ago. Congratulations, Eldon. But yeah, me and Eldon, we filmed a movie called Marilyn Hotchkiss Ballroom Dancing and Charm School, and we were hanging out at this girl's house from the movie, and she lived in Orange County where Disneyland is, so we all went to Disneyland that day, and we went on the People Mover, the ride. It goes around the entire Disneyland, then it goes through the world of Tron, and around, and so it goes around all the other rides like the mansion, the this and the that. It goes around Disneyland, and you could see the crowd below it. So me, Eldon, and all of us, and Chance Corbett. Chance was also in The Lost Boys. He played Letty. Letty, the little vampire from Lost Boys. So we were all at Disneyland, and the girl from the Michael Jackson Moonwalker video, Kelly. So we're all at Disneyland on the People Mover, hanging out in Orange County. And then we were acting like egotistical or having fun or being stupid little kids or teenagers or whatever we were. And we decided to, what's the word for it? Moon the crowd. We decided to moon the crowd. It might have been off of Star Tours or one of the rides. So we yelled to get people's attention while they're waiting in line. And then me and a couple other people, not the girls, but me, Chance. I don't know if Eldon did it, but I know for sure me and Chance mooned the crowd, like pulled down our pants halfway or whatever. And we're all laughing, and people are like taking pictures or, oh, they're crazy. And then, we went on the People Mover, it continued. Then about, 8 minutes later when the ride ends, or 10 minutes later, it goes to the port. I think it's called the spaceport, where you get off on the People Mover, you get off of it or on it. And so now we come to the port to get off the ride, and now nobody's there. Like no lines, the lines have been held up. Then there's people wearing suit and ties and holding walkie-talkies. The Disneyland FBI is right there. They're here, they're coming. I see them. They're coming. They're coming. Here they're coming. And we're seeing this, and then now the People Mover goes to the rubber thing that you get off the rubber portal or whatever. Then they walk up to us, and then they immediately grab us. All right, come with us. We're like, what the hell? Well, you guys were mooning or whatever, doing the crowd, and you're being arrested. And there was actual police officers as well as the Disney FBI. So then they court us down, like down the stairs off of the portal, and then through the neighborhood or somewhere. And I forgot where we went, but we went downstairs into these tunnels that are like below Disneyland. And then they had literally they had offices, and then a couple of the rooms were like jail cells. They literally had bars, and then on the wall they had like an animated character from Disney. We went into the Goofy cell. So we had the cell of Goofy. So now we're sitting there like, what the hell? And then they're like, just stay here, just stay here. Who are your parents? Then they pulled us all into a room, and they had a video camera, and they started asking us questions. Who did this? Who did what? What did you do? But before this happened, we were all freaked out and scared. And a lot of us were from Southern California. Eldon, he just said, hey guys, blame it all on me. We're like, well, it really wasn't you. It was me and Chance and whoever. He's like, blame it on me. Just whatever. Blame it all on me. He goes, better one person getting in trouble than all of us. We're like, you sure? You sure? I should have been the hero in that moment. A hero lies in you. But I don't know. So we started doing our little interviews one on one while they're videotaping us, while they're asking us our parents' numbers and what did we do. And we basically all just said, oh, only one person, mooned. One person mooned. And they're like, are you lying to us? We know people probably took pictures. We have it on video camera. Are you lying to us? I'm like, yeah, I think it was just Eldon. They probably knew the truth. But long story short, all of a sudden, the parents of the house we were staying at in Orange County, she shows up, and then they basically made us sign these pieces of paper that said we can never return to Disneyland ever, ever, ever again, or we will be arrested, or whatever the case may be. But they only gave that to the boys. The girls, nothing happened because they weren't really involved. And then there was another dude in the Goofy jail cell, and I don't know if this really happened this way, but I'm going to remember it like it did. Where what you in for? And he told us that he pissed on Mickey. Was he drunk? Did he piss on Mickey? And then there was another person in there um, that I think it was a person that he like graffitied a parking lot sign or something like that. One of these graffiti people. That's my story, and I'm sticking to it. But yeah, my favorite Disney ride was People Mover Tron. Then it almost always became Star Tours, and they had the one where you like went into space. You went in a capsule, and it had the screen above you, and it pretended like you went to the moon or you went into space. That was a really interesting one. And I love the animatronic bears, something across the world. I like that one. I always loved the mansion. I mean, that is a go-to. And yeah, those are my favorites. Those are my favorites. All right, where was I? Maria, I answered your question. Thank you for the support. I answered that. Oh, Brent Mania, more. Could I do voice roles? The problem with that, and I've told this story before, is I have a unique voice. It's too unique. Basically, it would always be one character with such a unique voice because I'm not that talented at voices to do multiple different accents or characters. I'd have to study to do it. So I'm kind of limited in voice acting. And then, to be quite honest with you, they want actors that are more popular and current to be voice actors for these movies or TV shows. Because then that way they recognize the voice with the actor because they're an actor in bigger movies. And then these real popular voice actors from animation that do like, the Family Guys, the this and all that, not only are some of them actors as well, but they're just fantastic voice actors. They have their skill set much better than I do. They studied it for years. They know how to do multiple characters. And they were not born with a lisp or a constant lisp. They create a lisp, but I was born with it. So I'm limited. But yes, I can do voice roles. I got to get an agent again, and I got to start auditioning. But I am limited. Unless I become famous again in other movies, then I might be a main character in all the animated movies, if you understand what I'm saying. Oh, thank you. I knew what you meant. All right, everybody. It's almost 2 hours. I'm feeling some sort of way. I'm going to get off of here in 5 minutes. But let me know if you guys think I should do this once a week. I'm going to try to do the Happy Alien podcast again, maybe on Wednesdays or Thursdays moving forward. And then if I don't do a Happy Alien podcast because I don't have a guest or whatever the case may be, Um, then at least once a week I'll do a live stream. But I wish I could put like articles or play videos while we talk about it or we make fun of it. But my computers, again, everything seems to get meshed up and doesn't work correctly when I try to do it, besides just sit here and talk. So, but I wish I could do that more. And man, I've been watching videos of computers, like pro gaming computers for like $700, $800. And I'm thinking, will that work for me? But I can't afford $800. But still, whatever I got, I'm blessed to have it. I'm blessed just to be able to get online and talk and do my little bit of work. So I'm very blessed. All right, let's do this. Whatever. I don't know what this means to anybody, but check it out. Oh, I got to fix my merchandise store. There you go. There's some QR codes you can scan if you ever want to support me at another date and time. There you guys go. And my store, man, it's going to get a major update in about, I've been working on it behind the scenes a little bit for the past 4 months, but it's going to have a major update before my birthday on February 12th. So it's going to look a lot better, more professional. And then like every month or so, I'm going to have new limited items, graphics, artwork, t-shirt designs. And I'm still going to figure out a way to sign t-shirts and sell them to everybody. And that gets me to think, that's right, I might have to sell whatever props I have available or scripts or in the next month or so, because I'm struggling financially. But something always comes through. But I'm going to have to open up some boxes and see what I got lying around. Maybe I should try to do another auction. Yeah, that turned out good. I don't know what the hell I'm doing. Facebook Marketplace. Etsy. I don't know. I'm just going to put them on my store. I'm just going to make a video, tell everybody it's on my store, and first person that buys it at whatever price gets it. But I'm going to do that very, very soon, within the next month as well. Because I'm going to have weekly sales of something and numerous. I don't know, man. I got so many ideas. That I want to do, but then I end up just getting depressed, anxiety filled, scared. My health doesn't feel good. I lie down, watch TV, and then I live in that black hole for like 5 days. And then more problems creep in from family or this or that. Then I get more depressed. Then I figure out, I don't want to wake up today. And then every time I wake up, I feel like shit. Ugh. Life is so tough when you get older. Man, I wish I could be like those damn people that wake up every morning. Okay, it's 6 a.m. Yes, make our coffee. Let's go for a walk. Oh, we're going to have a beautiful day today. Oh, yeah. It doesn't matter. I don't have no money. I don't have a car. It's going to be a beautiful day. Okay. Get on the computer, do some work. Hey, and call my friends. Hey, how you doing? Fuck. I'm like, in my life. How does my stomach feel today? Is my leg hurting? Am I going to puke today? I have stomach issues. Intestines, whatever. I don't know. A lot of heart issues in my life. I am. Should I get up? What time is it? Oh, it's 1 p.m. Oh, shit. I've been asleep 18 hours, 16 hours. My body really needs it. My body doesn't recover at all. There's times where I sleep like 7, 8 hours. I try to do a little bit of work or whatever. But then there's times where like I have a good time where I literally drink so much water, it cleans out my system. I didn't eat a lot of bad foods or whatever didn't affect me. And then I sleep like, I just stay in bed for like 18 hours, 17 hours, and then my body recovers. So then I wake up feeling really good. I'm like, wow, I feel so good, like hibernating like a freaking bear. And then again, but then I start to do things that day, and then 4 or 5, 6 hours later, my body starts to break down. My heart doesn't have a lot of energy, or whatever the case, and then I'm only awake doing positive things for like 6 or 7 hours, and then all of a sudden, my brain tells my body, "You got to lie down. Like you're not doing good. You're a little bit dizzy for whatever reasons," and then I sleep again. It's a continuous cycle, but I'm alive. Do you guys get that sleep? That green stuff just constantly forms around my eyes. Sometimes it never forms, but even while I'm awake, it like forms. And they say that's an infection, whether it be in your eyes or in your body. That's what all the green stuff is. So I constantly have infections or something in my body, my blood. I don't know. But I'm doing a physical next week. That'll be fun. Cough. Oh, take these medicines. We're gonna, recommend Valium. We're gonna recommend this. We're gonna do your blood work. We're gonna tell you have all these issues. Take this medicine on Friday, on Monday, on Tuesday, every 4 hours. Take it with some milk. Take it with some food. Get on our pharmaceuticals. This will help you not be so anxious. This will help your stomach feel better. This will help your heart and your blood pressure better. This will help this. This will help that. Do you validate? No. Yeah, I don't want to live that life. I don't want to live that life. All right, everybody. Let me say goodbye to everybody that's chiming in at this last minute to try to respect you enough. And I'm sorry if I didn't get to all the questions and answers. My 100% apologies. But again, if you're able to do it in a super chat, I'll get to it quicker. But sometimes I go on rants and I like to talk. It's all I have in life. And I appreciate you guys for hanging out with me. Justin's online. Thank you very much, Justin. Willow, Haystack, Joey Baseball. Okay, what did you say? Eye boogers are infections? Question mark. I think they are. I think that's what I heard or I read somewhere. I don't know. Monica, hey Monica. Oh, good to see you. Thank you guys for chiming in and saying hello. I appreciate you. Yeah, I live that life. I live that lifestyle where sometimes I stay up all night because I don't like to be around people, and nobody's gonna call you in the middle of the night, so no drama can happen. And you feel you're like, oh, no pressure from reality. I get to watch movies, masturbate, do whatever I want, no pressure, and then I sleep all day. And sometimes I'm afraid when I wake up at 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock, whatever time it is, because I got to look at my phone, and then hopefully there's no problems or whatever. But it's not a good way to live. You're not going to accomplish anything living that way. And let's be honest, I'm just going to say this like probably 10 years now, but I'm going to say for the past 7, 8 years, I've been living in the darkest times of my life, emotionally, physically, mentally. Um, it's really hard to get out of it, to go back to what I used to be, because I'm not that person anymore. I'm different, but I'm the same, but I'm different. But especially these past 4 years, now that I'm officially alone with my own thoughts, wow, I am a depressed, dark, anxiety filled person with a heart of gold looking for positivity and the future, but I don't know how to find it and I don't know how to achieve it. That's what I'm going through. But hey, enough of the bad shit. I love you all. Thank you guys for hanging out. Shades 941, Monica. Everybody, please say hi to me on social media. I kind of become friends with people a little bit more there than I do on YouTube. Especially if you're a pretty girl. I like talking to pretty girls. I'm a little bit lonely sometimes. Need a girlfriend, need a wifey. I want to change my life. I really do. Like, I'm at that moment where, like, I want to like pursue a girl completely, but I'd probably have to move out of California and take a leap of faith and, just try to start a family or be with somebody and move out of California and take a leap of faith, or just do a shotgun wedding or something like that. Even if we haven't loved each other for a long time, I don't know if it'll work out, but fuck it. We're adults. We'll make it work. But I'm pretty lonely, and my communication skills are not the greatest with people, even the people I care about. But I'm at a point, man, a turning point. I ain't gonna find a wifey. I ain't gonna find like another life if I just sit here in the room, not communicate with people, and watch TV and movies, and disappear into anxiety and depression. I'm not going to do any better in life. I know how to fix it. The problem is doing it. Where do you find the energy? Where do you find the passion? But like I said, hit me up on social medias if you'd like to say hello in the background. I leave simple messages, and sometimes I leave audio messages, but I will talk to you and at least say hello. And I want to thank you for being in my life. I appreciate y'all. Truly, I do. Born Mush, what's up, brother? Monica sending me hearts. You're one of those, Monica, that I flirt with all the time. I don't think there's anything wrong with flirting if you're not officially taken. I don't think there's anything wrong with it. And if you are technically talking to a girl, why do they want to get jealous at you flirting? I don't know. Should you stop? Maybe out of respect for that girl. If you really, really want to be with them, you should stop flirting with other people. But I don't know. I ain't in no relationship. I want to be. I can be. I don't know why I choose to be alone instead of with somebody. Wow, I'm thinking too much. I'm done. You're the man, MRB. Thank you, Alfred. Appreciate you, brother. You should move to Japan. It's free, safe, and free of healthcare. Honestly, people are starting to move out of the country or the state and marry. I may want to go to the Philippines. Go to Thailand, all these places. What are those TV shows? 90 Day Fiancés. I need to start watching some of those guilty pleasure shows. The only guilty pleasure type of drama show that I watch is Jersey Shore Family Vacation, just because I've been with them the whole ride. But I'm sure there's all these other great shows, like the people that are on the boat. I forgot the name of it. The boat, the Real Housewives. I watch too much TV of many other things. I think I'm going to start the show called The Diplomat, but I think it's a woke show, from a feminist perspective instead of political perspective. But I liked Veep and other shows like that had a woman, like FBI agent or in the White House. So I don't see a problem with it. And Skeleton Crew, I kind of enjoyed that. That has been one of the only Disney Star Wars shows that I've liked in recent years. It's like a mix between the Goonies and Stand By Me and The Lost Boy. What is it? Is it the name of the movie, The Lost Boys? The vampire movie? Why is my brain not even thinking that's the name of the movie? But I enjoyed that. But I watch so much, man. I watch so much. I watch all the cooking shows, Hell's Kitchen, Kitchen Nightmares, Pop Culture Jeopardy I've been watching, trying to enjoy that recently. I like trying to answer the pop culture questions. Oh, Guys, before I get out of here, let me tell you a story that happened to me about a month ago. So I got a call from Warner Brothers and certain people, and a lady named Whitney Cummings. She's a comedian. Um, they were doing a trivia game show based off of Fringe. It's called Fast Fringe. Let me take off the comment. It's called Fast Fringe. And they were doing a trivia show. And I was told that I need to fill out a contract if that they're going to use me in some footage or something for the game show. So they needed my copyright, my material, and to pay me. And I needed money since the conventions and my agent situation. But so I did it, no problem. Then I got a call that they wanted to film me asking some questions for the trivia game show for Whitney Cummings, the comedian, for the show Fast Fringe. I didn't really know what was going on, but they're like, okay, we're going to pay you to come into Warner Brothers, and we're going to film you like asking some trivia questions or something that it might be on the show. I'm like, all right, so I'm getting paid that I'm going to be on the show with my face or something already. Now they're wanting to film me ask questions. So maybe I'm going to be on the show in that way, and I'm getting a second paycheck. It wasn't a lot of money. It was like $1,000, guys. But altogether, I think it was like 3,000. But I don't know why I told you guys that, but I'm a transparent motherfucker. Okay. So thank God for that money. That's been paying my rent these next 2 months. That's how bad I am. Because as an actor, you don't know where your next paycheck comes from. Residuals don't pay enough. And I probably only make every month in residuals $500 to $800. And all my bills are $1,500. So I got to make money other ways. Okay, there. That's enough of that financial shit. So I was told that I was going to film like questions for that show, Fast Fringe. And that Whitney Cummings is a fan of mine or whatever. And she wanted me to be on that show. I'm like, cool. Then I heard that they're also doing a documentary for like the 30th anniversary, because apparently it's the 30th anniversary of Friends, the TV show. And I was blessed to be on a couple of episodes of Friends as Courtney Cox's, Monica's boyfriend, in the flashback episodes, the high school episodes, the prom, etc. And they're some of the fan favorite episodes of all time. So I'm a very memorable character in the Friends universe. And it's one of the best episodes. So I got the contract for the Fast Fringe. Then I was told if I could film some questions at Warner Brothers Studio, like trivia questions for the game show or a game or something. Then I was told that they're making a like documentary where they're asking actors that were on the show, a part of the show, they're asking them to tell stories of their time working on the show, you know, what it was like filming or being a part of Fringe, because it's the 30th anniversary. So these contracts came in, you know, to sign that I was going to do it. So I'm like, okay, cool. So the day came, I went to Warner Brothers Studios, and they had like the Friends set there because they do it on the tour. They had like the Friends set, the what was it called? The coffee place. You guys know the name. I can't think right now. I've been talking so much, my brain is so wild right now. But they have the set, like they do it the Warner Brothers tour, right? So then I'm thinking like, this is cool. I'm going to be filming or asking questions to contestants about Friends on the actual set. So they gave me a script of like 5 questions to ask, and they filmed me. They dressed me up and all that. And then, you know, they filmed me asking these questions. And I'm like, how is it going to be used? And they go, oh, it might be used on the game show. And I'm like, oh, yeah, that's what I know, the Fast Fringe. And I'm like, well, how will it be used? And they go, well, we have a lot of actors asking questions, and some of them are actually in New York, where apparently the game show was being filmed in New York at another location. And some actual actors were actually asking questions live in person in New York, but they didn't know if they were going to have a lot of people live in person. So whatever actors they got a hold of, because they needed the copyright to air the clips from Friends on the game show, they asked me to ask some questions that might be on the game show, like in video footage or something like that. But there was no guarantee because they were having in real life actors go there. And I wasn't famous enough to be one of the in real life actors that was flying to New York. But I was just good enough, since they were already paying me to come in, that they would ask, or I would ask the questions. Okay, long story short. So I did that video taping of asking these 5 different questions. Then they said, okay, now we're going to ask you some questions like for a possible documentary movie or DVD release or Blu-ray or whatever they do. We're going to ask you some questions, and can you tell us some stories of working on Friends, being one of Monica's boyfriends? And apparently Courtney Cox was there that day. So I start answering these questions behind the scenes, telling my friend stories, and Courtney Cox just walks in and goes, Roy Gublick, my first boyfriend. Like, she said it like that. And then she gives me a hug while they're taping. Then she sits on the couch next to me. And then we start talking. She's like, how you been? Like, she was pretending she was Monica and I was her first boyfriend on the show. So we had like a little bit of improv interaction like that. And then we started, just telling little stories about, I filmed it during Halloween. I took a mask. Jennifer Aniston, I went to a nightclub one of those nights, and I had a red velvet rope at a nightclub where they VIP'd me in an area at this nightclub. I think the place was called The Arena, but I told Jennifer Aniston, and she showed up that night because I had VIP velvet rope. Jennifer Aniston showed up with Brad Pitt for like an hour so I was telling these stories to Courtney, and then during this time, she also, man, you became a big movie star. I was like, no. She goes, yeah. She's like, for a couple of years, everything I would turn on, there you were. Evolution, Dude, Where's My Car? Dark Angel, whatever, X-Files. I was like, thank you. She's like, wow. She goes, and you were my first boyfriend, and you became a star. And I'm like, yeah, not only did I watch Star Wars like 217 times, like you said on the show, Friends, we had a good time. We took some pictures and everything, but I can't release it. And I don't have any of the footage. And now I think the TV show Fast Friends, the game show, it is airing. I've watched one episode. And I think there's 4 or 5 episodes that are out right now, or they're coming out. And I don't know if I'm in any of the episodes. I do not know. Maybe that's what I'll do this weekend, is I'll watch the episodes and see if by chance any of the footage they filmed of me is in there, or is it just a clip from Friends. But more importantly, like, I got paid to reunite, to go on the Friends set a little bit, and I got paid for it. And that was a very, very beautiful adventure and welcome, especially at this time in my life nowadays. And I don't know if the documentary is coming out this year, next year, what it'll be a part of. I don't know anything. But I do know the Fast Friends episodes are airing. I think it's on HBO Max. And I'm definitely a part of it somehow, but it might only be a clip from Friends, or I might be a trivia question. I don't know. I got to watch the episodes because I wasn't in the first one. Well, they showed a clip from our episode in the first one, but I wasn't in the clip. But I like it. I like Friends trivia. I am so proud to be a part of the Friends world now. I'm really, really proud of it. My life, my career, working with Ivan Reitman, meeting Spielberg many occasions, meeting Michael Jackson, like all these people I worked with. I love my life. I don't want to die. That's why I love my life. I don't know if I'm going to have them all again, but I love my life. I love my life. And I love all of you guys. I would love a lap dance from Jennifer Aniston. Me too. She's a hottie. She's a hottie. I knew Jennifer Aniston a little bit before I did Fringe. Uh, I met her in audition circles back in the days before Fringe. I met Brad Pitt because the creator of Salute Your Shorts, who I did before Fringe, um, he wrote a movie. What was the name of the movie with Brad Pitt? So I met Brad Pitt on a couple of occasions, and I knew of him, and I knew of Jennifer Aniston from other occasions, in the Hollywood world. And so that's why that night when I was working, I mean, when I was working on Fringe, and I was so proud. I was telling everybody, Matthew Perry, I'm like, I got VIP. I got a velvet rope at this nightclub. They're going to give me alcohol and food and all this. I think I was 21 at this point. I hope I was. This is like 95, 96. Yeah, I think I was 21. Yeah, I must have been 21. But whatever. But Jennifer Aniston was, I guess I was so proud about it, because I was going out trying to find a girlfriend or a wifey. I was going to clubs, and they might have lived in the area. And then she might have told Brad about me because they were dating at the time, and Brad knew of me. So maybe they talked and then they just showed up, But she asked me, like, when we were filming, she goes, "Hey, can you put me on a list or whatever?" I'm like, "You're Jennifer Aniston from Friends. You don't need to be on a fucking list." Like, so they showed up. I was like, "Oh my gosh, like, just so amazing, these little moments." They just sat down. Um, and our VIP room was kind of above everybody, like on a second level. So there, and you had to be VIP other people to get on that second level. So not really the regular fans would have recognized her or tried to get pictures or whatever. But they just hung out maybe 45 minutes talking to me about life and stories. We talked about, oh, that was the name of the movie that Brad Pitt was in with the creator of Salute Your Shorts, Cutting Clash. That was the name of the movie, Cutting Clash. That was the name of the movie. And then me and Jennifer, we talked about Leonardo a little bit around that time as well. And she did a horror movie. I forgot the name of it, Ghoulies or something. Or maybe that was Leo. I don't know. But whatever. We had a good talk. And she's been a Facebook friend for many years, an email friend. And yeah, it was really nice to reunite with Courtney Cox. So that was really cool. What a great moment. All right, everybody. I'm done. I appreciate y'all. Whatever you guys are doing tonight, have a blessed time. It's probably late for a lot of people, close to midnight, the witching hour. Appreciate you, Chad, Brack, Haystack, J5. He said leaked. I don't know what you're talking about. Whatever. I'm sure there's going to be plenty of clips for Doom from today's video. Oh, my goodness. Oh, Leo. That's right. Critters 3 was Leo. What was the one Jennifer Aniston was in? I know she was in a horror movie, dude, back in the days. We were auditioning for a lot of these things together. Man, there was a movie too that, it was called Treehouse that I wanted to get. And that was me and, why can't I think of his name, dude? He's been a friend for life, but he's really political now. Um, he was on, what's the name of that damn movie? One of my favorite movies, Empire Records. He was the kid, Rex Manning Day. He was he's a he was in National Lampoon's Vegas Vacation. I went to acting class with him. Why can't I think of his name? I went to acting class with him and his sister. Ah, I'm tired. But there was a movie called Treehouse, man, that me and him auditioned and we were going to film together. And it was about the killing of, like, oh, I got Venmo donations and stuff. Yay, Collector's Conquest. Thank you very much, man. Check out Collector's Conquest. Find his link on YouTube. Does amazing retro nostalgia videos of toys and all that. Leprechaun. Okay, that was the movie Leprechaun. That was what Jennifer was in. That's right. That was with those like green ass kids, right? Or those little troll green. Yeah, I remember that movie. Wasn't a big fan of those movies. Show my Venmo thingy again. I'm not gonna show. Oh, you mean my link? For anybody interested, thank you so much. Hold on, let's see if we can get it. It's at HeyBower. HeyBower. Is it not working? But either way, it's at HeyBower. The link is in the description of this video, I think. Oh, what's the guy's name from National Lampoon's Vegas Vacation? But I wanted to do a movie with him. It was an amazing movie. We did 5 auditions for it. I don't know what happened, but it was a crazy, intense movie where we hang. Oh, now that I think about it, it's really dark. I don't even want to mention it. But some like it's a bunch of like teenagers hanging out together. They called it like a mix of Lord of the Flies and something else. And this girl gets like they're doing a prank or something and it goes wrong and this girl dies in a treehouse and then we try to cover up like the death and then it becomes like a murder mystery. No, the little kid from Vegas Vacation, and he was in Empire Records. I should look it up. I just can't think of his name right now. I went to acting school with him for 3, 4 years with him and his sister. Sorry, guys. Ethan, thank you, Dominic. Ethan. He changed his name. His name wasn't Ethan Embry. It was something else back in the days as well. He changed his name. So, but yeah, Ethan, I love Ethan. He's political on Twitter and everything now. Um, I've been trying to communicate with him, but I just want to steer clear of all the political difference, like Democrats, whatever. All right. Oh my gosh, Monica, Monica. Wow, what a beautiful gift, Monica. And what a beautiful gift, Collector's Conquest. And what a beautiful gift, everybody that super chatted me today. My heart says thank you. And let me know how I can repay any of you guys. Maybe send you an autograph picture in an envelope or something like that. Or just let me know. Because that's a lot of money to anybody. Even $10 is a lot of money to people. Trust me, $10 will, well, $17 will pay, or $20 will pay my phone bill. That's right. You got a $20 phone bill? That's right. I only get 5 GB a month. I'm on a data plan. It's like $18 a month. 5 GB of data. Because I'm always here on the internet. That's how cheaply I have to live. Kind of scary. Hey, Bedabbler Network. You bastard. What are you trying to ask without donating? You want to get content? You want to get crazy content from me? You got to donate, baby. You want to get your videos? You want to get your crazy answers from the Dabbleverse? Donate, baby. No, I mean, I don't mind. No, I never have. I never have. And I'm not going to tell you stories of any other drugs that I may or may have not experimented with. It's not a relevant story to anything. Oh, Monica, I appreciate you all. Thank you very much. I don't know if I could read all these. Are those the QR codes that one agent stated the actors should have to pay you? Game arcade event? Yeah, I think I took that piece of paper to that Timeline Arcade event. I think I did. So if that's what you were asking, yeah. But that agent lady, She scammed money from me. She was taking, I didn't have Cash App at the time. Oh, so that's not the paper I took. Because I got Cash App after that. But she was taking Cash App for autographs, and I didn't have it. So people were paying her Cash App, and I never got that money back. So she took money from me as well. Not only did she scam the Nickelodeon people for that convention, SplatCon. I mean, what a way for me to get a convention agent and to start signing contracts to do conventions. That my first time kind of trying to do it to get my life out there. And then this agent scams people that I introduced her to. What a horrific way to start my convention career. Fuck. Monica, Brett Mania, Ed Rooney, Gonjo, everybody. I love you all. God bless you all. I got to get out of here. Thanks for tuning in. If you appreciate today's video, tell me what story you thought was really good that kept your attention. Hit that thumbs up. Appreciate y'all. Yeah, I can't do another half an hour. I'm tired. 2.5. I only wanted to do an hour, and now here we are 2.5 hours later. But more importantly, I had a really good time. Oh, Doom is online. What's up, Doom? How you doing, brother? I had a really good time tonight. I really did. It was nice just to sit out here and talk and whatever. And I appreciate you guys. God bless. Stay safe. Stay sound. Be healthy. Have some fun in the Dabbleverse. But I don't want to be the drama. I hope I'm not the drama. But hey, I'm going to give you all a little tidbit in the Dabbleverse. Doom, are you paying attention? I might hang out with Keanu on a Keanu cast very soon. I hope we avoid the drama and we just talk about other things, but I might hang out with Keanu on Keanu cast within the next month or so. Because I know Gino and I know Keanu and I know April through internet a little bit. But Gino Bisconti, I did a movie in like an independent movie in New Jersey and Philadelphia many years ago. And Gino Bisconti from like the Opie and Anthony people, he was in that movie as well. He did a cameo in it. It's called Community College. Look it up. It's called Community College. It was made by an Avalone. You guys remember Frankie Avalon? It was made by an Avalon, Tommy Avalone. He's now a documentary producer. He's doing amazing things. But yeah, that's where I pretty much became a part of like that Philadelphia Opie and Anthony radio show, Dabbleverse, Gino Bisconti type of people back in the day. So that's how I know Gino a little bit. Plus, I say hello every once in a while online to these people. And then Gino married Keanu, and, you know, I befriended Keanu and April and stuff like that. Or they befriended me as well, said hello, because the Dabbleverse people come after me. You guys know who I'm talking about. So we all talk about our trauma together from the Dabbleverse and how it hurts us or affects us. So we kind of became friends through the trauma. But hey, there's a possibility I might be on Keanu Cast, talking life, movies, whatever, good things on her show in the future. And then I met some cool people. You know, they also supported me and put me on their podcast, like Corn Diff, all these little potatoes, whatever is going on. These little potatoes, these little puppets. I'm not really deep in that world, but there are some really cool and amazing people and friends I've made through that world. Like Corn Diff is really awesome and very kind to me, and I appreciate it. So it's good. All right, there you go. You guys got your Dabbleverse information. Moving forward, everybody in the Dabbleverse that is eating their own, they're all turning on each other. They all eat their own. Leave me out of it. Can't we all just get along? But I guess that's the only reason it exists is for each other to eat their own and create content. But more importantly, I wish them all the best in life and health and safety. And I wish them no stress, no pressure, and no drama. But it's going to happen. And some people are like, what the hell is the Devilverse? Go ahead, research it, become fans of it. All right. I got to stop. I got to stop. I love you all. Thank you guys for hanging out with me. Everybody that donated from the bottom of my heart, I appreciate you so damn much. I really, really do. I just want to make sure I didn't miss anything. Um, Monica, we'll be talking soon. Collector's Conquest, Brent, Maria, Larry, appreciate y'all. Maybe one day I'll get some of you guys as a guest just to hang out with me and talk. I don't know. I got to figure a few things out. How to do it, how to work it, how to make it happen. God bless. And everybody that's involved in these fires, my prayers. Because there's some evil out there. They are doing some evil shit. And they're taking away lives, property, money, homes, families. And it's going to continue. The fires were just the beginning of the evil shit that is going to be taking place in the years to come. And now Governor Newscomb, that's right, Governor Newscomb, is now saying in videos, while the fires are behind him and going on and taking people's lives, he's saying, I'm already working on LA 2.0. I'm talking to investors. I'm going to get properties. I'm already working on it. We got some plans in the works. Ah, so you don't want us to think that you had this planned before? How do you already have plans going on right now during these fucking fires? We already got plans in motion. We got an agenda. We have a description. We already know how we're going to make LA 2.0 for the future. The proof is in those words. Love you all. Good night. God bless.